Picture this for a moment. It's a quiet Tuesday morning. Margaret, a 72-year-old widow from Ohio, sits at her kitchen table with a cup of coffee. She just buried her husband 3 weeks ago. The funeral bills are paid, the casseroles from neighbors have stopped arriving, and she is finally trying to breathe again. She opens her banking app, and her heart stops. Her checking account is negative $412. The mortgage payment bounced, the electric bill bounced. There's an overdraft fee, and there's a strange line item she has never seen before. It just says, Treasury Reclamation, Reversal. Margaret didn't steal anything. She didn't break any law on purpose. She didn't even know there was a rule, but the United States Treasury just reached into her bank account and took the money back, and she had no warning, no phone call, no letter in advance. If this scenario makes your stomach drop, please stay with me. Because what happened to Margaret is happening to thousands of seniors and widows across this country right now. And almost nobody is talking about it. I am June. I am a Senior Policy Analyst, and I spend my days helping retirees understand the complicated rules that quietly drain their savings. Today, I am going to walk you through the hidden 30-day Social Security rule that catches families completely off guard after a loved one passes away. I will show you exactly what the rule says. I will show you the trap most seniors fall into. I will give you 3 specific steps to protect your bank account starting today. And please, stay until the very end, because there is one mistake that I see seniors make over and over again. It is small, it feels harmless, but it can cost you thousands of dollars and even expose you to federal charges. I will tell you what it is before we finish. Now let me tell you about Robert. Robert was 67 years old, a retired plumber from Pennsylvania. He had been married to his wife Eleanor for 44 years. Eleanor received Social Security retirement benefits, deposited into their joint checking account on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. They had a system. The Social Security check covered the mortgage and the utilities. Robert's pension covered groceries and medicine. In June, Eleanor passed away suddenly from a stroke. She died on June 18th. Now Robert did everything he thought he was supposed to do. He told the funeral home about Eleanor's passing. The funeral director said, "Don't worry, we'll handle the Social Security notification. We do it all the time." Robert trusted him. Why wouldn't he? On the 3rd Wednesday of July, Eleanor's regular Social Security payment arrived in the joint account, just like always, around $2,090. Robert assumed this was Eleanor's final earned check. After all, she was alive for most of June, right? It felt fair. It felt earned. He used that money to pay the July mortgage. He paid the funeral home's final invoice. He bought a headstone. 6 weeks later, Robert checked his account and discovered it was negative. The Treasury had pulled back the entire July deposit. His mortgage check had bounced. His auto insurance payment had bounced. He had 3 overdraft fees from the bank, and he received a letter from the Social Security Administration saying he had been overpaid and he had 30 days to respond. Robert sat at his kitchen table and cried. He had done nothing wrong on purpose, but the rules did not care. So let me explain, in plain English, exactly what this rule is. The Social Security Administration has a policy. It is written in their official publication number, 05-10077, and it says something most people have never heard. It says you must be alive for the entire month to receive that month's benefit. Every single day. No exceptions. No prorating. This is the rule that retirees informally call the 30-day rule. Because if your loved one is not alive for the full month, for all 30 or 31 days, Social Security will not pay benefits for that month. Now here is where it gets confusing. And this is the trap that catches almost every family. Social Security pays its benefits 1 month behind. That means the check you receive in July is actually payment for June. The check you receive in August is payment for July. Always 1 month behind. So when Eleanor died on June 18th, the check that arrived in June was payment for May. That money belonged to her. Robert was allowed to keep it. But the check that arrived in July was payment for June. And Eleanor did not live through all of June. She died before the month ended. So that payment had to be returned, every penny of it, even though Eleanor was alive for 18 days of June, even though it felt like she earned it. The rule does not bend, and here is what almost nobody knows. The bank has no choice in this matter. Under federal regulation 31 CFR Part 210, The bank is legally required to return that money to the U.S. Treasury. If the money is still in the account, the bank will simply debit it back. If the money has been spent, the bank may still pull from whatever balance is there, and the account holder is left with the overdraft. This is the draining bank accounts part. It is not a scam. It is not a glitch. It is federal law operating exactly as written. Now, before I give you the 3 steps to protect yourself, I want you to understand the misconceptions that get good, honest seniors into trouble. The first misconception is this: the funeral home will report it. I don't need to call Social Security myself. This is the most common trap, and it is what got Robert. Funeral homes generally do report deaths using Form SSA 721, but Social Security itself says this is not guaranteed and not instantaneous. By the time the report goes through, another payment may already be sitting in the bank account. The second misconception: we had a joint account, so the money is mine now. I am sorry, but this is not true. Federal benefits do not pass to a joint account holder the way regular deposits do. The Treasury can and will pull the money back regardless of whose name is on the account. The third misconception: if I just keep the money and stay quiet, they'll never notice. Please hear me on this one. Social Security publication 05-10077 says, and I am quoting directly, "If you knowingly accept payments that aren't due to you, you may face criminal charges." This is federal law. The statute is 42 U.S. Code, Section 408. It can be charged as a felony. Please do not take this risk. And the fourth misconception, which is the one that hurts the most: people think the 30-day window in the overpayment notice is a grace period. They think it means you have 30 days before you have to pay. It does not mean that. It means you have 30 days to file an appeal or a waiver. After those 30 days pass, Social Security will automatically withhold 50% of your own monthly benefit until the debt is paid back. Now let me give you the 3 exact steps to protect yourself and your family. Please write these down or screenshot them. Step 1. Report the death directly to Social Security yourself. Do not rely on the funeral home alone. Call 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local Social Security office. The faster you report, the faster the payments stop and the smaller the cleanup. Do this within a few days of the passing, not weeks later. Step 2. Contact the bank immediately and tell them in writing not to release the next federal benefit deposit. Ask the bank to flag the account for Treasury reclamation and return any post-death deposits directly to the U.S. Treasury. This protects you from spending money that is not yours and from overdraft chaos later. Get the bank representative's name and the date you spoke with them. Step 3. Keep copies of every single document: the death certificate, the notification letter from Social Security, every bank statement showing the deposits and the reversals. If you receive an overpayment notice, you have only 30 days to file Form SSA-561 for reconsideration or Form SSA-632-BK to request a waiver. If repayment would cause you financial hardship, the waiver can completely cancel the debt, but you must file in time. Missing that 30-day window means collection starts automatically. And here is one more thing that I promised I would tell you at the end. The mistake I see seniors make the most often: they wait. They receive the overpayment letter from Social Security in the mail. It looks scary. It uses words like demand and recovery. So they put it in a drawer. They tell themselves they will deal with it next week, when they feel stronger, when the grief is lighter. But that letter started a clock, a 30-day clock for the appeal window, a 60-day clock for the reconsideration right. And once those clocks run out, the right to fight the debt is largely gone. The withholding begins, the tax refund offset begins, the federal payment garnishment begins. Please, if you receive a letter from Social Security after losing a loved one, open it the same day. Read it. Note the date on the letter. Mark 30 days on your calendar. Call the SSA office or a trusted family member that same week. Grief is real and grief is heavy, but the federal government's clock does not pause for grief. Now please listen carefully, because this matters. Rules like this one are changing all the time. The amounts change, the forms change, the deadlines change, and YouTube does not always notify you when a new video comes out. The notification bell is unreliable. The algorithm is unpredictable. So I want you to do 2 things right now. First, subscribe to Retirement Tax and Law Pro so you do not miss the next update on Social Security, Medicare, pensions, or banking rules that affect your retirement. Second, share this video with your spouse, your adult children, or a friend who recently lost someone. This rule has already cost families thousands of dollars they did not have to lose. A 5-minute conversation today could save them a $5,000 nightmare tomorrow. You worked your entire life for these benefits. You played by the rules, you deserve to keep what is yours and to protect your family from a system that does not always explain itself clearly. I am June from Retirement Tax and Law Pro. Stay informed, stay protected, and I will see you in the next video.